Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, as usual guys, many things to say. We will talk about Barcelona, Marcus Rashford, but also many questions on what's happening with Pep Guardiola's future and more. Let's jump into it together. Here we are guys, always time for updates, always time for news, always time to tell you things, and we are here to keep you updated on absolutely everything as we do every single day. It's been a big night last night with many big, even surprising verdicts from the international break for the World Cup playoffs. One of the images is obviously Italy. As an Italian, I'm suffering today, but congratulations to Bosnia and Herzegovina for making it to the World Cup, but also Poland out of the World Cup. And that image of Robert Lewandowski at the end of the game, struggling, really sad, in tears in front of Poland fans after Sweden got their pass to the World Cup thanks to a fantastic Viktor Gyökeres. Well, that moment for Robert Lewandowski says a lot about his future. Lewandowski was heartbroken, of course. He said, despite using the song Time to Say Goodbye on his social media accounts after posting right after the game, he said he needs some time to decide on his future with Poland. And it's not just with Poland, because Robert Lewandowski will make a decision soon also about his future on the club side. Because Barcelona, as I told you in the recent days on my accounts, are prepared to offer Robert Lewandowski a new contract, just one more season. So 1 year contract, but on different terms, not the current salary he's earning at Barcelona. That was obviously a different salary a few years ago when he signed for Barca from Bayern. So reduced terms, different numbers in terms of salary. Barcelona are open to keeping Lewandowski for one more season. But this, of course, on different terms means that Lewandowski has to make a decision. As I told you already at the beginning of March, the idea of the camp of Robert Lewandowski, Pini Zahavi, his agent, is to put on the table all the best possibilities for the player, for Robert Lewandowski. And so offers from Italy, offers from the MLS, offers from Saudi, and also this new contract from Barcelona. And then Robert Lewandowski in the next weeks will make a decision. It's about the family, it's about the sporting project, it's about what he feels, it's going to be about also the financials of the contract. So Lewandowski will assess all these options and make a decision. So that's the story around Robert Lewandowski. Then many of you guys today ask me about Marcus Rashford, because some stories coming out of Spain, and I always say that with maximum respect, every source, every journalist has his own information, report that the buy option clause for Marcus Rashford from Man United to Barcelona, 30 million euros, expired yesterday at the end of March. Sources at both clubs, Man United and Barcelona, suggest that the 30 million euros option is still valid until the end of the current season. So if Barcelona arrive tomorrow and pay 30 million euros, they can still sign Marcus Rashford. Now it's on Barcelona to make a decision, because the reality is that behind the scenes, Barcelona have an agreement with Marcus Rashford on contract terms, with the player, with his camp, with his brother who is taking care of Marcus Rashford. But then the point is that Barcelona would like to restructure the deal with Manchester United. Why this? Because obviously for Barcelona, financially is going to be an important summer. Barcelona have several important targets. For example, at centre-back, I told you about Alessandro Bastoni. It's been a bad night for him with the Italian national team, with that red card in the first half. But for Barcelona, there are no doubts on the quality of Alessandro Bastoni as a player, after what he showed with Inter in the recent years. So for sure, Barcelona want Bastoni. For sure, Barcelona are in contact with Bastoni's camp, and so the exchanges on the contract, the salary, have already started, but Barcelona, at this stage, still don't know how much Inter will ask for Alessandro Bastoni in the summer. A club-to-club negotiation has not started yet. Inter, at the moment, are not communicating any price, only that 50 million euros will not be enough to get Alessandro Bastoni. Let's see what's going to happen in terms of club-to-club, because it's obviously a really important point, but important money on the centre-back. Then there is the striker situation. Let's see what's going to happen there. We mentioned Lewandowski. We know that for Barcelona and for the president, Juan Laporta, the name of Julian Alvarez remains a name absolutely in mind. I would say another dream target. Then for Atletico Madrid, Julian Alvarez is absolutely crucial player. So Atletico don't want to sell Julian Alvarez this summer. Then it's going to be on Julian to decide the destination of his future and to communicate eventually with Atletico Madrid. But from Atleti, there is no intention to make it easy for any club. So at the moment, this is the situation. You can understand that Barcelona would like to restructure the Marcus Rashford deal. Instead of paying 30 million euros, better doing 1 more year loan or eventually something different. The message from Man United is, we want the money. We want the 30 million euros. We don't want another loan. So at the moment, this is the distance between Barcelona and Manchester United. Let's see how they sort this situation, because at the moment, Marcus Rashford remains very happy at Barcelona. He's a player appreciated a lot by Hansi Flick, not just for his numbers, for his goals, for his assists, for his versatility, can play as number 9, can play on the wing, but also because Marcus Rashford has always been super professional this season, never creating any problem when he was benched, never creating any problem when he was subbed off, so that's something really appreciated by Hansi Flick. But again, at the moment, he's on the financial agreement, and let's see what's going to happen with that one. So we will follow this story. We will follow also something happening at Manchester City, because now this week again reports coming from France, from L'Equipe, about Pep Guardiola and candidates to replace him at Man City. Guys, I keep repeating to you, I think it was January, and I keep repeating in February, in March, today is April, and so I repeat even today. Enzo Maresca, former Chelsea manager, is the manager that Manchester City internally believe is the ideal candidate to take over whenever Pep Guardiola decides to leave. Whether it's going to be this summer or in summer 2027, Pep has 1 more year left on his contract, so it's Pep deciding. Man City are obviously not telling Pep, okay, it's over. That's not going to happen. So Man City are very happy with Guardiola. If Pep wants to leave this summer or any moment, the name that Man City have in mind is former Chelsea and Leicester manager Enzo Maresca. They want to go for him. So I can guarantee that. There were reports on company, report on other managers. My information is Enzo Maresca. I told you for months and I keep repeating. Now, we have to see what Pep Guardiola wants to do. Pep in public is being very relaxed, very calm, always mentioning next season, always mentioning that he still has 1 year left on his contract, so is Pep in total control of the situation. But the appreciation by Manchester City for Enzo Maresca is 100% confirmed, and what I'm telling you on almost weekly basis here. Enzo Maresca was never in the running for the Manchester United job in January when they decided to go for Carrick, was never in the running for the Tottenham job these weeks when they decided to go for Roberto De Zerbi, because Enzo Maresca knows about this appreciation from Man City. Then, it's football. Until you sign or you get anything done, we have to see what happens, and also we have to see what happens with this situation at Manchester City with the future of Pep Guardiola. And so guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Marcus Rashford, Robert Lewandowski, but also Julian Alvarez, Bastoni, Maresca, Pep, and all the rest. Here in the comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.